because it is a welcome thing, rather than what we have right now. But I believe it is very momentarily. It is not something that is long-lasting because it is so much dependent on foreign investments that any time can leave the country.
You got Sauternes from 39, Bordeaux from 1916, Burgundy from 36.
7,000 miles away, T.J. Rogers is having a party.
Well, you deserve it. Yeah, given that I'm paying $5 million in taxes this year, I don't feel a bit guilty.
Sharing his views on the global economy with Washington congressmen and their staffs on a fact-finding mission.
I've heard so much about you. It's really an honor to meet you. Thank you so much.
Yes, politicians come to him.
I have plants in Thailand, Indonesia, and the Philippines, okay? Let me tell you what I can do there. I can ship product to the Philippines, I can add value to it, I can make profit in the Philippines, ship it back to the United States, sell it and make more profit, and that's any country in the world. 85 cents an hour. So the real answer is not to try to protect people who only can do things that are worth 85 cents an hour, because you will not be able to do it. The world is too big, too fast, and too smart to allow you to do that. The world is free market capitalist.
There are Americans who are afraid their jobs are being farmed overseas. You're getting ready to open a plant in the Philippines where you can get stuff done for practically nothing. Explain to the guy who loses his job, that had a job like that, why he's better off.
He's not. And I have to make decisions that will make the company better. And sometimes that means decisions that are not in the best interests of some people in the company. No matter what you do, you can't save a job that doesn't have an economic right to exist.
It's not just unskilled low-tech jobs that are leaving the U.S. In Bangalore, India, the familiar images of overcrowding and poverty are real. But there's another Bangalore, where your high-tech job may go one day, and where Indian yuppies live the good life, thanks to their foreign employers.
We have a lot of software companies in Bangalore, just like Silicon Valley in California.
Engineer Shiva Gauni works for Cypress in Bangalore.
I lived in the U.S. for a long time, and a significant portion of the population in the U.S. think that the third world countries are just living in paddy fields and probably no education, no food to eat. We graduate in India about 100,000 engineers a year, mainly working in chip design, software development, and with such abundant availability of skilled manpower, most of the American companies and European companies are looking forward to setting up their bases here.
American high-tech leaders like Hewlett-Packard, IBM, and Texas Instruments are here. And other U.S. companies outsource their work to Indian firms like Infosys and its 1,100 engineers.
From any of the 1,400 nodes here, I can log on to any host system of our customers, either in USA or Europe. And it just hardly takes a few seconds.
Infosys co-founder N.S. Raghavan says the half-day time difference gives his workers a head start.
If a client wants some report very urgently, he can put in an email in the evening when he goes back home.
Then our day actually starts, because that is the morning time for India. Then our programmers sit down on the work and complete the job, upload it onto the host machine and make it work.
By the time he gets back to work, we could have it ready and printed at a printer at his desk.
An average Indian salary would be about a sixth or seventh of the wages what we pay in U.S., but in terms of the buying power, it's probably equivalent to or maybe even a little bit more than what that means in U.S. For example, we went to lunch yesterday, and 5 of us ate, and we paid $10 for the whole lunch. And there are significantly cheaper restaurants than that as well for local people. And clothes, I mean, you can go and get really nice, fancy clothes for $20, custom made, by the way. So there is no degradation in lifestyle because they're getting a sixth of the wages.
That's why so many Americans are biting their nails, while engineers like Ratha Krishnan are smiling.
It's really great. I have my own house. My wife, she's also happy. She wanted to have her own house, which her dream fulfilled.
I got a car, and my children both are studying good. One is engineer, so I am very proud of that.
A home of their own, a car in the driveway, 2 kids doing well in school. The Krishnans are proof positive the middle-class dream is alive and well. It's just moved to Bangalore.
I never imagined I will come up this much in my life. Really great.
Coming up, what happens when the company town loses the company?
We had a good factory here, and we had good work, quality work. I worked 32 years.
For more than 30 years, the Van Heusen shirt factory in Clayton, Alabama was the place folks depended on for jobs.
I felt real good about myself walking up to that day and getting that job. I was very happy, and you know, I was much younger then. I worked there for 22 years.
In small towns like this, even modest pay can make you middle class.
When I went to work with Van Heusen, I thought, well, I'll work here and retire.
From this building in Midtown Manhattan, Van Heusen management oversaw production and profits. The story is achingly familiar. We've seen it in mill towns, the Rust Belt, and the oil patch. A town gives its best to the company closes the plant, and all that's left is heartache.
This is Clayton, Alabama. This is who I am. This is what I am. This is where I belong. Go, Brownie. Show them you can walk.
Tommy Horn is Clayton's mayor, veterinarian, and rodeo organizer.
On behalf of the Clayton Rodeo Club, I extend to each and every one of you a heartfelt thank you for coming. Welcome to Clayton, Alabama, and I hope you have a great big time. What does Van Heusen mean to me? It's important as the heart, as the blood. The people that work at Van Heusen, these are the backbones of the community. We've got people with parents and offspring working in the same. We're family.
In September of last year, Van Heusen called Tommy Horn to say that 3 of its 8 U.S. factories, including Clayton's, would close in November. The shirts would be made in Latin America for as little as 50 cents an hour.
I was so devastated, shocked, without words. I sat with those people. Just like when somebody dies. What do people say? What can I do?
The 3 plants that we closed will save this company in excess of $6 million a year. If I didn't close those plants, the folks at plants down the road wouldn't have it next year.
Bruce Klatsky is president and CEO of Phillips Van Heusen.
You ready? It's an extraordinarily competitive business, as evidenced by the bankruptcies of so many of our competitors, most recently the Arrow Shirt Company.
Did you talk to those folks?
I did. I've been down there. I've been with PVH for over 20 years. I had donuts with when I was at Jobs. It was a horrific experience.
They take it and give them to somebody else, and the way they doing those, they're thinking the people made money